Don't you just love it? You go on holiday, you come back, and then you come back to this. We've got apples all over, we've got long grass, everything's overgrown, the borders are full of weeds. Yeah, look at all the apples. Just look at that, and what a mess it's going to make underneath. Look at that. All these rotten ones. So we need to get these picked up. I've got to get this bordered on, but I think I'll leave that for another day. We'll get these apples picked up, we'll give it a mow, we'll take a look and see what we need to do. Let's get started. Time to crack on.
Another night and I'm just walking, city lights and people talking. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
So I just wanted to show you this. There's like little lines here. This is where my feet have been while I've been picking things up. And the grass is not springing back up, and it's because there's a lack of water in the ground. So when you stand on it, it doesn't instantly spring. I mean, that one has pretty well, but basically it's ready for a good drink. So we're going to give it a mow, get things tidied up. And you see here where an apple's been on there probably a good week, and it kills the grass underneath. So that's one to reseed or try and get it to spread. Right, let's get the mower out, let's give it a tidy.
Think about you. Could you tell me, should I let you go? Yeah, I gotta know if I'm gonna be yours. So don't you keep me waiting. Yeah, I have to know if you wanna be mine. 'Cause this is so frustrating. Tell me now, don't keep me waiting. Hey, these four walls get so depressing. I'm so tired of my second guessing, reading every text you sent just one more time.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. We topped up with a few products a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and we watered regular. One of the products was my Emerald Green, available on my website, which helps to hold water, which means that the grass has not dried out as much as it would have done if we hadn't been watering and applying products. So it's maintained almost perfect conditions. It is going a bit dry up around the tree, but there will be roots extending, but the damage is far less. I'm actually really pleased with this. Really pleased. So lawn care is just a case of being a bit more thinking, tentative, trying to get the best out of things. And you've got your basics, and it all starts with the basics. The basics is what sets that ground level and makes it a nice, decent lawn. And the basics are regular mowing, regular watering. It's as simple as that. Doesn't matter what mower you've got, what brand it is, I do not care. I don't. I have no interest. Some are fancy, some are posh and have got a bit of a fancy name, and you think, oh yeah, I've got one of them. It's like keeping up with the Joneses. You don't need all of that, but some of them do have genuinely useful features, which I'm not knocking, because one day I may get one myself. But at the moment, it speaks for itself, and I'm quite happy with things. I've got a normal push mower, okay? It's a rotary mower, which means it goes around, the blade spins around underneath, and it cuts the grass. As long as your blade is sharp, it will produce a nice finish. And then I go over with a cylinder mower, which is what they use on golfing courses and greens and things like that. Bowls, they use rotary cylinder mowers, so the blades go round in a cylinder like that at the front of the mower. I'm sure that's a song, isn't it? Okey Cokey or something. Anyway, so that's what I do. The first one gets the cut to the desired height, The second one puts the stripes in. It's because it's got the big heavy metal roller on the back, which forces the grass to lay down in a particular direction. And when you come down the next line, it pushes that one that way, and you get the contrast between the two. Now if you go up and down the same stripes more than once, it'll become more pronounced, more enhanced, and it will look crisper. And when you've got the sun, which is up there, shining down, it really makes them stand out. In terms of watering, you need about 1.5 inches, something like that, 1 to 2 inches of water per week. Doesn't have to be so spot on, but you can use an empty tuna can or a little rain gauge and just pop them in where you're doing your watering, and these rain gauges will have 1/2 inch, 1 inch. Now if you do it 3 times a week in the morning, put your rain gauge in, get your sprinkler going, and then when you've done 1/2 inch once, leave it a couple of days, 1/2 inch another day, 1/2 inch a few more days after that. That's your 3 times, that's your 1.5 inches. That will get you where you need to be with a nice lawn. When you want to go further, when you want to push it more, you can add products. You can add fertilizer, granular or liquid, which is a faster response. The faster responding liquid gets you a greener lawn faster, but it doesn't last as long because it's liquid. The granular lasts longer, but it takes a little longer to kick in. Seaweed, always a good thing. Wetting agents like my emerald green in summer helps with drought stress massively. Especially when you go on holiday, you've come back to a decent standard of lawn. I'm going to be getting the hose pipe on this very shortly. Even though it's in the day, I want to start getting some in, and then I will revert back to morning watering. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Scarifying and aerating. I'm going to be doing some aerating soon actually, and then at some point I'm going to get some more granular fertilizer on. It'll be getting ready again for more verticutting, so watch out for that coming up in a future video. I hope you've enjoyed this little journey. Obviously these videos have been filmed over the last couple of weeks, where we put some products on, and a few days later it started to pick up and look good, and then a week later it was really starting to kick in. Just before we went on holiday, I put a couple more bits on, and here's the result. So if you've got any questions, comments, you know what to do. That comment section down below is for you, okay? If you've got questions, you write down there what your problems are, what questions you've got, and I will do my best always to try and answer them. If you want to do pictures, pop into our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/lawn community. You can put pictures in there and people will chime in and give you answers. Other than that, we'll see you on the next video. One last thing, a thumbs up please would be absolutely amazing. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not already a subscriber. Now there's going to be some videos coming up on the screen anytime now on either side of me. They're there for you, to help you get your lawn onto the next level. Please check them out. Take care, we'll see you again.